Infrastructure are crucial for socio-economic development at country and regional level. However, infrastructure development needs to cope with the new global framework. After this lecture, you will be able to describe a taxonomy for smart and integrated infrastructure. From a technological standpoint, the OECD has just formalized the concept of next production revolution, which will have a very strong impact on productivity, work, skills, markets, poverty and inequality, but also well-being and environment. From a political and institutional point of view, the Paris Agreement on climate change, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and the Addis Ababa Action Agenda represent the reference assets. Within this frame, quality and reliable infrastructures are preconditions that may trigger access to different services, and they are pivotal for fighting poverty and boosting local economy and entrepreneurship. In this perspective, infrastructure are called to be smart and integrated. In line with this urgency, a taxonomy with 8 characteristics has been developed for the 13th meeting of the Infrastructure Consortium for Africa, ICA, and shared with the African Development Bank, the African Union and the Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, which was co-chairing the ICA under the Italian mandate of the G7 presidency in 2017. The 8 characteristics include economic, environmental and social dimensions, but also safety and reliance, integration of data and function, decentralization and life cycle perspectives, and finally, are centered around people needs. They are essential for the next investment generation in infrastructure for Africa, with special reference to digitalization, energy and mobility, and we try to give our rationale by analyzing each of them. Economic effectiveness. First, the positive impact of broadband penetration opens a new era for infrastructure development and an innovative asset for the national economies, contributing to business development, annual sales saving, operational cost reduction, productivity and competitiveness. This may also affect national GDP by taking profit from the positive correlation with income, boosted by the opportunity of connecting people, jobs, goods and markets. Environmental friendly. Second, Africa cannot lose momentum to investigate low carbon and efficient alternatives in order to prepare the long-term future beyond 2030. Digitalized energy, infrastructure and shared mobility with proper regulatory framework allow cleaner energy services and avoid lock-in solutions in the transportation sector and enable a more efficient use of energy and natural resources. Social inclusive. Third, infrastructure needs to act on the social divide, providing services for all in order to meet basic needs, community expectations like health and education, productive uses in the industrial or agricultural sector. In addition, the reliability of services supports fair conditions for business development by reducing the upfront cost of investment that otherwise could be met only by higher income categories. Safe and resilient. Fourth, infrastructure for distribution networks like electricity, roads, are crucial for reducing the divide among rural and urban areas and to fasten the adoption of modern, healthy and safe services. Data collected from sensors, machines and vehicles enable rapid decision-making and improve productivity, operational safety and maintenance, and a new engagement by people is expected by the introduction of digital products and services that allows customer-specific solutions. Data function and governance integration. Fifth, introducing digital technologies and proper governance into existing infrastructure increases productivity, thus changing old paradigms based only on capacity, giving more relevance to efficiency. Intersectorial synergies are crucial: energy, water, ICT, mobility. Governance needs to be the backbone of infrastructure development. New ways of interaction and cooperation with suppliers and customers enable open innovation and crowdsourcing. Physically and financially decentralized. Sixth, a new ecosystem of digital entrepreneurs need to flourish, associated to new business models like distributed manufacturers, starting with little capital and using their earnings to finance further expansion. Distributed solutions boosted by cost reduction, energy efficiency, social entrepreneurship, disruptive digital technology, smart transport and logistics solutions can stimulate small businesses, offering a greater flexibility to overcome financial barriers. Life cycle perspective base. Seventh, life cycle and circular economy perspective need to be a new paradigm on infrastructure development for assessing a fair allocation of resources consumption and trades among different economic sectors and economies. A new paradigm of consumption-based accounting is thus requested to define effective policies. People-centered. 8. New products and services as well as new business models are characterized by an emphasis on high value-added digital technology where people are at the center of the stage. Decentralized solutions need to be driven by local needs, respond to capacities and aspirations of people and be absorbed within the local culture, adapted and improved by the local people. Empowerment driven by capacity development, technical, managerial, institutional, can increase ownership. Deploying smart and integrated infrastructures for Africa needs to be recommended to promote prosperity in the continent and to mitigate two main risks. Technological lock-in to a set of configurations that might meet short-term targets, but that might fail in achieving the target beyond 2030. Second, technological failure due to the consequences and the threats caused by climate evolution. Systemic integration of resilient infrastructure needs to be privileged compared to sectorial approach to unveil the true potential of infrastructure development and allow the continent to keep on sailing along a lane that is fully aligned with the Agenda 2063.